Today, on Juno Hospital, this is what happened. So, not too big of an episode, but we got continuing on storylines that we hate, but I still want to talk about it. Big thing is today, we got Austin and Mason. Mason said it is the grand finale. He told Austin, remember that flash drive that Betty got us? Well, it's time for you, Urimbus, you are going to deliver the flash drive to our boss. We still don't know who our boss is, all right? Mason, that's probably your sucker guy. Because he does have a lollipop / sucker, those candy sucker things. Near the end of the episode, he got the sucker. So Austin's like, I don't care. I don't want to be a part of this. Austin also visited Ava. She went to go visit Nina. So a lot of switching up storylines today. But yeah, Ava's still freaking out. It's okay. The Sunny's all got this handled. Speaking of Sunny, bring back Sunny. He wasn't on today's episode. So Nina and Marty, they gotta keep quiet. Nina's gotta keep her mouth shut about the SEC. She was talking to Ava about it, and she was talking to Marty about it. Willow almost heard. Fortunately, she left at Kelly's. So Marty, she's like, I got this all. Marty says to Nina, I got all of this SEC FBI business all under control. You don't have to call me in such a resort area. Just leave me alone, all right? Just stop worrying about this crap. So anyway, Carly controlling Kelly's, and here comes Willow, talking about each other's lives, doing pretty good together. And then Nina comes in, and Carly says she's late for a meeting. Was she just trying to get away from Nina, or was she actually going to a meeting? She was. She was going to go visit Drew. Drew was in there for probably like 5 minutes. Carly was late to that. So Drew told Carly everything about his life in solitary. Back to Nina and Willow's life. So, not too much progress. I'm sure they're going to get mother and daughter best relationship at some point. Doing progress, still friends, talking about each other's lives. And here comes Ava. So Willow said she's got to go handle Wiley and Michael and everything. So she went back home. So we won't see her for the rest of today's episode. So then Nina and Ava, they're talking about the SEC. She's like, I hope no, you're the only one who knows that I turned Carly and Drew into the SEC. Be quiet, Nina. So this next one is a mystery. Let me explain first before you say anything to your kids. So Jake is with his mom and somebody. At first, I thought Jake brought like a big teenager, and it was actually Aiden. But a year ago, he was like 10, and now look at him, he's like 16. So that must not be Aiden. Then my next, Aiden. So my next thought, who that giant teenager was with Jake and Elizabeth, is that he is Jake's friend. You know, Jake's friend who got hurt and can't practice something that he's working on, a sport, I think. And that probably isn't the answer either, because he and Elizabeth were talking. I think she's like, it's okay, you're going to get through this. And he was like, thanks, Mrs. Baldwin. It could be Jake's friend, but it can't be Aiden, because he wouldn't call his own mom Miss Baldwin. He would have said, thanks, Mom. So the big teenager that Jake brought with him to the hospital isn't Aiden, Jake's brother. So he got treated. Austin said he couldn't compete in sports or what he's practicing on. So that's pretty bad. I feel bad for whoever the kid is. So Gregory actually got to see him. He's like, hey, I haven't seen you since our last camping trip in the summer of last year in the summer. So it might be that Boy Scout kid who actually showed up at our camping trip. Might be a Boy Scout kid, but he was like 9 or maybe even 7 or 8 a year ago. So comment down below who you think that big teenager is. So that's a big scene. And then Finn just got back from a meeting with Alexis and some other fill-in people. It's like an alcoholic meeting talking about their lives. And Finn said something about how his father had a disease. I don't know what the meeting was for, but it's some sort of meeting who are like sickness or alcoholics. I don't know. Don't drink. Anyway, Finn ran into Elizabeth, and then they looked at each other, talked, and that was the end of that scene. Cyrus is in prison, and he is cutting his hair. So he's got a new hair look, and boy, he looks hella good. So Austin is going to go deliver information to the boss. But before that, we see Mason in an alley, and we see a guy's vision walking toward him. And Mason's like, hey, thanks for taking your time. Take your time. But thanks for meeting me here in this resorted alley. So Mason had the lollipop with him, the sucker. So we don't know. We don't know who Mason's meeting, but we do know who Austin's meeting in Pentonville. Cyrus had just taken a shower, cut his hair. He's all looking fresh and good. And then this police guard, walks Austin to a room where Cyrus Renault is in. Actually, Austin, Mason, Betty, the whole crew's boss might be Cyrus. We don't know who's Mason meeting, who's Austin meeting. That's the big thing. Mystery for today's episode. Anything else I forgot, let me know down in the comment section. I have my wrestling show and tell today. Ronda Rousey and Edge. Ronda Rousey. Fun fact about her: she is one third. Her, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair, even Ronda Rousey, were the first 3 women to main event at WrestleMania. Back in New Jersey, WrestleMania 35, 2019. It was too dang long, a quarter and 5 minutes of 5 hours. So it was a while. So she was one of the first women to main event WrestleMania. Former Raw Women's Champion, former SmackDown Women's Champion, 2 times SmackDown Women's Champion. She has a lot of history in her notebook. You get the picture. Edge, WWE Hall of Famer. He's won over 27 championships in WWE. I know that for sure. I think he might have been a former Grand Slam champion. I don't know for sure, but he might have been. Winner of the 2010 and 2021 Royal Rumble. And he has made a history about using steel chairs. He calls this move the Chiquero. Places somebody on a chair. Slams another chair on him that injures people's necks, like he did to AJ Styles and many more. So that is a fact for him. If there's anything else, I already said that. Let's just go straight to the outro. Thanks for watching my video. Also send a like, and I'm hoping you're enjoying today's ride.